Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIK WM France deck G456 game with Death 21, TetStyle, and fofo. Looking at this first pick, I think that this Vineyard Labor card is pretty cool. Although something like Social Climber definitely combos well with a lot of cards in these sets. There's a lot of good Stonehouse cards, so Social Climber of course helps with that. And you know what, Social Climber can be good just for building the well, even if you don't necessarily need to rush up to stone that quickly. I think this Vineyard Labor card is pretty good. Wood and a food every time you sow. It's nice. It's really nice. I think we're going to try it. Okay, I think Wholesale Agent is actually quite good, and I'm pretty surprised that it doesn't get drafted higher than it does. 2 of each type of thing is really strong, especially because if you go for 2 rooms, it's relatively easy to hit all of those bonuses. Otherwise, Oven Admirer, if I am going to do early plowing with Vineyard Labor, Oven Admirer might be more playable. Art Director is pretty good, but I think Wholesale Agent is the pick here. I think Wholesale Agent is quite good. I like Farmer. I think Farmer's pretty good. I also like Meticulous Men. I think it's a pretty good card. Getting like a food off of the 2 wood space, I think that's good. Yeah, even if you only get like 4 or 5 food out of it, I think it's okay, because often you'll get 3 food in stage 1, so 3 food in stage 1 is pretty good. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, this card's quite a bit better than everything else I've seen, for this pack at least. I think South Pole Explorer is pretty good. Although the space in which you can use it is kind of narrow. I think Tarzan is actually pretty good. It's like a great reward for setting up a good food engine. And then Family Physician. I actually think Family Physician is pretty good. Just casually get some crops. You know what? Let's go for Family Physician, because with Vineyard Labor, I have a pretty good reason to go for like 2 early fields, for example. I would love a card like Evening Prayer. Evening Prayer would just be perfect at this point. Evening Prayer playing Meticulous Men and Vineyard Labor, for example. These are all quite bad. Let's take Animal Welfarist. Yeah, I think that has the highest potential. I think it's better than Fisherman. And Art Director came back, which is really surprising, because this is a good card. This is a really good card. Art Director is great. I wonder if everyone saw, like, I don't know. So one of the cards that benefit when other players do Traveling Players, and then this is Drawing Genius for sure. Musketeer is just too inconsistent to be worth taking. Okay. One vegetable field, one reed less to build each room for each renovation and each improvement. That looks pretty good. Also, Carrot Harvester also looks good. Winter Pond is great. Barbershop is quite good. I think I'd take Dormer here. Dormer just looks really awesome with Family Physician. Try to get a vegetable from Family Physician relatively early, get it sown, and then hopefully Carrot Harvester comes back, and if it doesn't, hopefully Winter Pond or Barbershop comes back. Because I think the refrigerator will go to whoever took the Stonehouse extension, or the probably TetStyle took Social Climber, I would think. So if TetStyle took Social Climber, they might take refrigerator there. Ooh. Broom is fantastic, but Farm School might just be like the perfect card for me. Because I already have a pretty good reason to go for early stuff. Okay, I just have to figure out, is food a good? Where's Wallfly's post? Where is it? Rules. Where is it? You know what? Wallfly knows. I think in AG2 they changed it to make food a good. Because it was not for a long time. But then I think in AG2, the A and B sets, they said food is a good. Choosing to specialize in Agricola. Damn, that was in May 15, 2019. People are still making content like this? Awesome. Anyways, I think I take Farm School either way. Although Threshing Machine Plow would be good, hopefully Threshing Machine Plow can come back. That would be really great if Threshing Machine Plow could come back. I think Farm School is just really excellent, though. This pick... I guess Alchemist Lab is probably the pick since it's a free point. Oh, why did she put it in all chat? What did Wallfly say? Okay, so originally, food was not a good. But then, in the new version, there's a glossary, good includes food. Wallfly says, I don't like it. So food counts as a good. Okay, so that's perfect. So farm school plus vineyard labor is on its own enough to trigger. Good. Yeah, I don't know what I should take here. Piggy bank is okay, but I already have a couple miners that I want to play early. Like farm school, I want to play pretty early. Ram is It's this pick is definitely Golden Rose. Holy, Golden Rose is the perfect card here. Free farm school occupations, yes please. And then Carrot Harvester came back. Alright, we got ourselves a game here. We got ourselves a game. So, plan. 2 early fields. Play Vineyard Labor. Play probably Meticulous Men. And then play Farm School, and then play Golden Rose, and play Free Occupations for the rest of the game. The rest of my occupations are not particularly good, but playing Family Physician without an action will be nice. Wholesale Agent without an action. A card like Animal Welfarist is more playable if it doesn't require an action. Same with Drawing Genius. Because the big thing about Drawing Genius is that it's better to just go on the major minor space than to spend an action to play Drawing Genius. But if you can play Drawing Genius without using an action, well, you've just gained obviously that move. So oh, Cherry Orchard looks pretty good here. Wow, Cherry Orchard is actually excellent. Yeah, because now I only need to plow one field with Vineyard Labor. I can sow a wood on Cherry Orchard, and it gives me vegetables. Whoa, that looks really good. Really good. Alright, we've got ourselves a game here. So, my dream stage, or my dream round 1 is probably Occupation into Plow. Occupation Vineyard Labor into Plow, Cherry Orchard. Or Occupation Meticulous Man into Plow. And then start player Cherry Orchard at some point before So comes out. Should I play Family Physician before I play Meticulous Man? What is going to pay out more food early? I guess that matters. Helpful Neighbors or Honeymoon. I think with Dormer, I have a pretty good plan where I should probably go for 4 rooms at least. So Honeymoon is generally better on bigger houses. Helpful Neighbor is fine. I might have a hard time getting Reed. It's always possible. Which should I take? Helpful Neighbor is quite a low impact card, whereas Honeymoon actually does something. And I play my cards pretty easily with my setup, so. Alright, this looks great. Yeah, and if I could play wholesale agent before I build any rooms and then set up a 2-room build, that'll be quite good. Quite good. So, this should be a strong game. Just have to make sure my feeding's okay, but a card like Art Director, if I play Art Director as my first farm school occupation, then that should not be a problem. So I don't get occupation in round 1. So I think this is a rare game where I actually 3 wood ahead of Reedstone Food. Because, well, actually no. I guess I should probably just Reedstone Food, eh? Yeah, Reed is always going to be something that I need a lot of. So we've got Hunter for Death 21. Going for those first sheep, and then Fofo with Wheelbarrow Pusher. Means that I'm not going to luck into second place hardly ever, because Fofo is happy taking 1 read with his second action. But that's okay, because cards like Meticulous Men kind of counteract that for me. Where it's like I don't mind being last so much. Because like a 2 wood action is fine if it's activating my Meticulous Men. And who needs 1 clay or 2 clay when there's Hunter out already? Certainly not me. Testing. Who said that? Sandsfall. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're doing well today. Oh, I passed TetStyle, Fish Trap to TetStyle, of course. So that's actually not a bad round 1 for him. 3 wood into Fish Trap is good. Because then you get Reedstone Food. I wonder what cards he got that made playing Self-Employed worthwhile. Because that pack was pretty weak. But, like, Self-Employed just doesn't really do anything. It just doesn't. Like, it just doesn't really have an impact. Alright, I'm gonna play Meticulous Men here, because I'm pretty sure my second action is gonna be a 2 wood action. And Mayor Candidate for Fofo. So Mayor Candidate, Fofo can build the well in round 2. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Now, if he does that, then his 1 read is no longer Reedstone Food. But yeah, that's a pretty good start. Building the well in round 2. So I have 2 miners I want to play. So I could also start player Cherry Orchard with my second action instead of playing 2 wood. Oh, can't start player anymore. Death 21 just played Self Pasture. Alright, so I have 4 more actions left. I want to play Farm School. I want to play Cherry Orchard. I want to sow. I want to play Vineyard Labor. There are my 4 actions right there. I can't really afford to do anything else. Oh, and you know what? If I do that, am I going to have enough food to play Farm School? Probably not. So maybe Farm School can't come out here. Maybe it's too early. I would not be triggering Meticulous Men again. I would have 1 food coming in from vineyard labor, but that just pays for the occupation. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be too early for farm school to come out. So I will play vineyard labor here. And then second action, probably start player cherry orchard. And then I can take 2 reed in round 4, triggering my meticulous men, and then play sow bake. Oh, I guess I could sow bake with my second act. Oh no, I need my cherry orchard out. What am I saying? Ignore me. The expense says, in EIK, what do you do if you don't get anything to help with house growth? So I guess my question would be, what exactly do you mean by house growth? Oh, also church warden, very important to note. For fofo. And there's my vineyard labor. Are you thinking of like a card like farm steward, which lets you like grow your family, or are you thinking about stuff that makes building rooms cheaper? So here, start player cherry orchard. And then we'll take 6 wood if it comes back. Yeah, room's cheaper. Yeah, so it depends on how many people you're playing with. Now, if you're playing with 4 players and the reedstone food space really matters, getting reedstone food a couple times early on can make a big difference in how easily and how many rooms you can build. The number one thing to make a big house is to get lots of actions. Because even a card that makes rooms cheaper, all it does is it just saves you on resources, which are ultimately actions. So your goal should be to go for early family growth, because that also will help you get 6 wood here, obviously, into sow bake. And we'll sow our cherry orchard in our 1 field. It all comes down to actions. So like saving, making rooms cheaper just saves you the actions of taking those resources, and growing earlier and feeding more efficiently than your opponents is generally a good way to account for that. So like going for the first fireplace to get the first sheep grab, for example, is a great way to feed. Getting reedstone food helps your feeding a lot. That kind of thing. Hey, does Meticulous Man activate on reedstone food? Accumulation space. Nope, does not. Oh, and here's my cherry orchard. So if I only play occupations with farm schooled the rest of the way, I can only play 4 that are useful. So plus wood F. Feed 4. So if there's 5 food available in round 5, I like that action quite a bit. I'm also hoping to get on a multiple read action. So hopefully fofo could be dissuaded from taking 1 read and maybe build the well or something. TetStyle's got speculator. Can build a major improvement for the free start around 9. I will also say, the extent that I am not the most experienced EIK player. I kind of hopped onto this site and they were no longer playing EIK. They were playing EGIK at when I started playing. So it's not the format that I have like the most experience with for sure. Oh, there's family growth. That sucks. Well, I could first action reedstone food. Then TetStyle has to start player in order to, then TetStyle has to first action build a room. Then fofo has to first action family growth, which means that the only way I can lose out on family growth is if Def 21 has like a start player or does like one read into start player, which is unlikely that they would do that. So I'm doing this, and it's a little unfortunate, but it means I get 6 clay or 5 wood back, 5 food back. Started playing slower games on boîte à jeu, but most games are EIK. Yeah, that makes sense. One of the things I'll say is don't look at me and how many occupations and improvements I'm able to play and think you'll be able to do the same. Because one of the things that's happened is because we want the game to be like really replayable, the people on this site have generally favored cards that are more powerful, and because you want cards that are like pretty much, you don't want cards that are so situational they're very often not worth playing. Like for example, in EIK you have the card that when you go on traveling players you can leave behind a food to get a vegetable. That card is so weak because it's like playing that card, it's better just to take a vegetable, right? So you kind of have to readjust what your expectations are and what they're going to be like. Swimming studio, eh? I could take 5 clay, which my wholesale agent likes, but I think what I do is just take 5 food. I need food for the next harvest. Need food to pay for my farm school. So now the game is all about setting up for my farm school around 7. That's my next plan. And then farm school will play... what will it play? Wholesale agent, family physician, art director. Probably wholesale agent. It'll depend. We'll have to see what kind of resource grabs I get. Maybe family physician, and then round 9 will be wholesale agent, hopefully getting me a couple wholesale agent cards, and then like maybe I don't play art director, maybe I play drawing genius in round 11 because I did start player round 11 to get the round 12 action, for example. MTG card quality drifts. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And how many cards, and it's the difference between limited and standard, right? A new set will come out and the limited format might be really interesting, but those cards might not have a lot of much of an impact in standard, for example. I don't need a first action build here, so I'm not going to. I'm going to first action read stone food because I need the read for my farm school. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so something that's playable in alpha and beta, like the oldest of the old sets, is not, necessarily going to be relevant today. Although I don't know anything about alpha and beta, so that might not be a good analogy. Okay, so yeah, family growth farm school is the play for sure. And then I could also play Golden Rose if I want. Although I think Golden Rose probably can wait. Actually, I guess I have a free action in round 7. It'll depend what comes around. Also, the fact that I didn't take 6 clay, that kind of hurts. I would like to get 6 clay, because 6 clay is very close to 7 clay, which triggers my wholesale agent. Now, the 2 clay on the wholesale agent is like usually the least relevant, because normally you have to do 2 clay actions anyways to hit 7, and then the extra 2 is not really relevant. Like normally in a game, I'm only going to do 2 clay actions. 1 to get enough to clay reno, and 1 to get enough to play clay improvements. So like cooking hearth, fireplace, and my carrot harvester. So in this game, I only probably need 4 or 5, I only need 8 or 9 clay in total, most likely. Now, if I get an excess of clay, then I can think about building clay rooms instead of wood rooms. But I have pretty good wood income, so I don't think that's likely for me to do that. The other thing, the expense is I would really be looking at cards that help you build more rooms and grow your family more. So cards like Duck Pond is fantastic because you get to... Oh, play egg well, guys. Fofo's building the well here. And then I will build a room. Should I build a stable? No, I'll save off on stables until maybe Animal Welfarist is out. Yeah, why is a card like Duck Pond so good? Because it lets you family growth and get food at the same time. And getting that food means instead of taking food for your next harvest, you can often take good resource actions. And then taking good resource actions lets you grow your family more, build more rooms, that kind of thing. I should fire up some Boîte de Jeu games because I think they would be good content. And I think a lot more people play Boîte de Jeu than play on Play-agricola. I know that's the case for sure. Just seeing how often games go up on Boîte de Jeu. It's just a different format, different card set, and the fact that you're playing over time is different. But I should be doing that more than I am, I think. Death 21 has Tarzan. So the hilarious thing about Tarzan is if you have 6 food in your supply, he can get a cattle, which is another 4 food, which helps him hit that 6 food at the end of the next harvest. So Tarzan is like get 6 food once and then get 4 food each harvest for the rest of the game. And then at the end, maybe you go for a cattle or a sheep for a couple points. But it's good. And then Fofo did, start player Muddy Waters to grab a 6 wood action. Okay, so I have 2 moves here. Is 4 wood better than me playing Golden Rule? Or Golden Rose, sorry. I think yes. I think 4 wood is better than Golden Rose. Also, look at how many times I've triggered my Meticulous Men. It's not been good so far. Really not good. And maybe it's a card I'm overvaluing. Maybe it's a card that is almost always going to underperform like this. Maybe that's just what it does, how it behaves naturally. Yeah, like a card like Educator is like quite a bit better when and the other thing is the number of cards you draft with. Like if your 7th pick is Watermill is 999 million times out of a billion it's unplayable. Like I actually don't think I've seen a single situation where it's playable yet. You'd have to stack so much improvement discount cards to get Watermill towards a playable level, and even then its effect is really bad. You'd only be playing it for the points. Fofo goes for Basket Maker's Workshop. Fofo has had an excellent start, really excellent start. Feed 5, 2 food for Auk. So there was the reason that Wallfly posted about food being a good in all chat. Because I played Farm School. with vineyard labor. Ooh, TetStyle has barbershop. Don't usually see barbershop come out after building a room. Normally people push it out before. This is probably a really great use for it. Also, it looks like round 8 will be a time for me to trigger my meticulous men a couple times. Hey, you know what? Meticulous Men works on traveling players with art director. Maybe I should have been doing that then. Maybe I should have pushed out art director earlier. The thing is, it's not going to trigger in round 8. Round 8, even if I play art director, there's a chance that someone blocks it. I think I want to play... Now, you know what? I'll play art director here. Or should I play family physician? Yeah, let's play family physician, I think. Yeah, I think that's the play. It also gives food, you know. It just means a lot of my actions will give me food playing family physician. So things to do this round: play Golden Rose. Probably plow a field and sow again. Maybe plow a field and sow twice more, potentially. Yeah, play Golden Rose. Trigger Family Physician a couple times. Thank you further gave me hope with how drafting Baker's Oven and Storehouse Keeper. First round was good choice because of baked bread action on family growth. Oh, that's good. Yeah, Storehouse Keeper is good. Storehouse Keeper is really good. Uh, I did take fish round 5. Yeah. Okay. The other thing about Family Physician, it actually doesn't mind being late because I want lots of my opponent's actions to come out, and then there are more adjacency spaces. Yeah. And the other thing is, yeah, Storehouse Keep. Yeah. So the one thing you want to be careful about with Storehouse Keeper and building. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. We'll definitely take 6 clay. Kind of surprised that came around. Looks cool. Now taking 6 clay right after someone builds the pottery is a little worse, but. And then maybe we could do 2 stone, because 2 stone triggers my Meticulous Man, and it hits the threshold for Wholesale Agent to get me more stone. Because I would definitely like to build, say, the Stone Oven, for example. Although TetStyle might build... What's TetStyle going to do? TetStyle might build one of those. It does deny them the clay. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Why did Death21 first pick 1 grain? First action 1 grain. That doesn't seem good. Twilight Imperium. I haven't tried that one yet. I hope you have fun. Death21 plays Threshing Machine Plow. Okay, so that's where that card ended up. I would have liked it. That's okay. I got Cherry Orchard, which Cherry Orchard is actually going to end up being pretty good. It's going to get me my vegetable that I want. It's a day-long experience. Unfortunately, I don't really have any friends that are into that long of play times. Like our favorite games during school were always stuff like Bang the Bullet, which you can get done in like, you know, the rounds are like very short. Get an F with my Meticulous Man. Yeah, we played a lot of Bang the Bullet because you could play like 4 or 5 games in a row. And then the nice thing about that is you have different winners, but also like if the variance is high, then it's not such a problem if you're playing a lot of games. So like you have different people win. Welcome, Rylocren. Oh, Meticulous Man triggers on pairs of animals, doesn't it? Maybe my last action should be... Yeah. Maybe my last action should be to build like a cooking hearth so that I could take 2 boar, 2 sheep next round. Thanks. Yeah, we're in a tough spot. I think Fofo is doing really well. But we got a chance. So we could go on sow, and sow would give us a grain. The problem is we can't legally take the space, so we can't go on sow. We could take 1 sheep, and 1 sheep would give us a grain. But that would be just a very weak action. And I can't Reno, I don't have read. I need to get my carrot harvester out. I could start player and get a food. Play Golden Rose. I think I like that. Yeah, I think I figured that out, Rylocren, that because you posted a couple comments, so thanks for that. Let's play Golden Rose here. And we get a food. Yeah, TetStyle goes for the Stone Oven. Okay. What am I doing with my first action? Yeah, thanks. Have a nice day. Probably 4 food. Probably just taking 4 food. Yeah, he needs food. He needs food. Actually, no, he doesn't really need food. He's got clay and reed. You know what? I think I just take the 4 food fishing anyways. I'm happy taking 2 wood instead of 3 wood. I'm happy going on 1 field, but I kind of want to go on 1 field after my opponents have played on it. So yeah, TetStyle after doing all their fencing gets to take 2 boar. So TetStyle is also looking good. Got the Stone Oven for point ceiling. Barbershop for point ceiling. Yep, TetStyle's in a nice spot as well. So definitely I'm in a hard position here. I need to get my vegetables going. I need points from vegetables from my carrot harvester. So what would be ideal is if before the end of round 11 I could get carrot harvester going. So that would mean playing on getting my family physician to trigger once, because I already know that my cherry orchard will get me one vegetable here. I think I take 2 wood. I think I need a food over a wood. I think food is actually like pretty important to me this game. Just getting as much of it as I can. It's not great giving up a wood for 1 food, but like cherry orchard is getting me some wood. Vineyard labor is gonna keep getting me wood. Fofo's got prefects, so yeah, Fofo's feeding is totally fine. Clay and a reed into 7 food. Pretty good. I would have liked to have plowed there. Maybe I should have. Maybe I needed a first action plow. The fact that I'm never going to get a 3 read action, or even a 2 read action because of Fofo, is like pretty annoying. Because I want 3 read to trigger by wholesale agent. But I guess with my dormer, I don't even really need 3 read, because once my dormer is out, then I really only need 2 read. Because I think at this point I should be going for the church warden bonus. The church warden bonus means I should be trying to build 2 more rooms. Yeah, I think that's what I'll go for. I'll go for 2 more rooms, probably clay rooms, or maybe 1 wood room, 1 clay room, or maybe 2 wood rooms, depending. So I really only need a 2 read action, and the wholesale agent read is not relevant otherwise. Let's see what Fofo does here, because Fofo's going to family growth with their last action. Fofo continues to take 1 read. Man, that is so killer. Yeah, I don't really want to give 6 wood to anyone. I guess I could also think about like Alchemist Lab as a way of getting read. Also, Art Director gets me read if I needed to. Yeah, I really want to play Wholesale Agent with my next move, so it looks like Fofo is never going to give up a 2 read action, unfortunately. Feed 6 and a free occupation. Yeah, I would like to hit 2 read to trigger my Meticulous Man, for example. Whoa, Animal Nursery. I haven't seen this card played in a while. And then Fofo, Family Growth Boundary Stones. I have to say, my Physician has underperformed so far. But the more people grow, the more actions there will be. It's going to get better. So let's grab 2 wood, 2 stone, and then we just have clay and reed left on the board. And then we harvest those things. That's how anyone was able to start player into 6 wood, which is too bad. So I'll probably first action plow a field, and then maybe take clay with my second move. Hunter and Tarzan. What's the question? Is Tarzan during the breeding phase? Is at the end of something during something? Ooh. Yeah, Fofo's right. Yep, because Hunter says explicitly you can't convert during the whatever phase. Oh, I get a vegetable from my cherry orchard. I forgot. So I think what I do, second action is going to be one of the 4 clay moves. And then I'll have 12 clay, which is not quite enough to build 2 clay rooms. I also do want to sow my dormer, so that I can get my dormer activated. Yeah, he can hold self pasture. Forgot about that. That card that he played in stage 1 and we all forgot about. I could also just build a wood room and then build a clay room. That's probably a fine path to take. Fofo might take clay here. Yeah, so I think what I'm looking to do... so if I take this clay, I get a food from it because I trigger my physician. TetStyle plays Oven Admirer. Yeah, that works nicely with his Speculator for sure. Very nice. So I could maybe 2 wood meticulous men. Oh, I can also take the 2 clay from wholesale agent before I forget about that. Yeah, the dormer has to come out before I can do anything really. So probably last action should just be sow. Fofo takes 1 read again. Oh, just so killer. Just totally destroyed the read in this game. Which hurts anyone looking. I can do so now. Yeah, let's sow. So plus wood F. Minus. Whoops. Just do 3 wood, why not? So I'll start player Dormer in round 11, and then I can play like Drawing Genius, and then Drawing Genius will trigger on whatever the round 12 action is. If it's Family Growth, fine. If it's Plow Sow, even better. Yeah, because I'll build 2 rooms. Fofo goes up to 5 family members. So now what Fofo needs is just a ton of wood. So I need to keep taking wood aggressively, because if I don't take wood aggressively, then Fofo is gonna run away with this game. Which they maybe already are, but I think that 5th room was very greedy. It might be the only way they can lose the game, is that 5th room. Good thing I sowed last round. Death 21 just first action so baked. That's not something you see every day. Let's do it. Start player Dormer. So then what I can do is I can build 1 room. Or I could reno. I could like reno Alchemist Lab. And then go on Alchemist Lab. And that would be a way to get a read. And it also gets me wood and clay at the same time. Yeah, and then that gets me to 13 clay, which then builds 2 rooms. Now I would want a 14th clay for Carrot Harvester. Death 21's got Country Doctor. Okay, yeah, so definitely not going to go on build a room here. Oh, Honeymoon. Honeymoon anti-combos Church Warden. So I can't play Honeymoon anymore. That sucks. You know what? The read exchange would be awesome. Or Helpful Neighbors would have been awesome this game. Unexpectedly. We're going to reno and play Alchemist Lab. So I would like to use the Alchemist Lab, and I'm the only one who has all 4 resources right now, so I get full value out of it. But if someone else does, they have to pay me, so That's not so bad. Then I can reed stone food, and that would be okay. Yeah. Death 21 plays Winter Pond. That's with their family growth, I'm sure. Major Minor gives a grain right now. Wood, clay, reed stone, and then I can double build. And Carrot Harvester is a little sad, but not the biggest deal. If I don't play it, I don't think. Well, you know what? I have stone. I have wood. I have clay. Or is it vegetable that's the cost for Carrot Harvester? I always assumed it was clay. It is clay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, wood, clay. I could also build a stone room. I have more than enough stone. Because even if I spend a stone for Carrot Harvester, I still have 8 stone. So I could reno to stone. I could build, or not play Carrot Harvester, build a clay room, reno to stone, build a stone room. That would work as well. Play my occupation here. We'll play Drawing Genius. And then harvest wood, harvest food, feed 6, harvest veg. Yeah, my feeding's not been great. I need to shore that up before the next harvest. Oh, excellent. Plow sow is exactly what I wanted. Vineyard labor triggers off of any sow action, right? Yep, any sow action. Beautiful. So do we play Carrot Harvester here? I think no. I think I play Cooking Hearth with this move. No, if I play Cooking Hearth, I can never get the Church Warden bonus. But I do play Honeymoon for free, which maybe that's good enough. Maybe playing Honeymoon for free is good enough in this game. Because I do need the feeding from the Cooking Hearth, I think. Yeah. You know what? No, not Cooking Hearth. Let's play 2 clay fireplace, and then I can play Carrot Harvester. Yeah, so if I can't hit Church Warden, playing Honeymoon at a cost of 0 food seems fine. And absolute best case scenario, family growth even without room falls into my lap because fofo start players to hit plow sow. So I could build a room into family growth and then get family growth even without room. Then I hit the Church Warden bonus. So. And no one's gone on start player yet in a Church Warden game. That's really unusual. Normally people are lining up to get Plauso or to get family growth without room in a Church Warden game. Build a clay room, and we'll build a... You know what? We'll not build a stable. We're going to go for animal welfareist in the last round, I think. Yeah. Because that's going to be huge points if we can pull that off. So then our last action can be Carrot Harvester. Yeah, because Carrot Harvester is going to get us 3 points, or at least 2 points. Almost as good as hitting the Church Warden bonus. And then we can play... Or do I play Honeymoon on Family Growth? I could just play Honeymoon on Family Growth. Since TetStyle playing, if this is Start Player Broom, I have 0 chance of getting... Oh, save a read. Whoops. Save R, sorry. I guess I don't have 0 chance. I could take clay and then build a room, and then family growth next round. I'll have 4 actions. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. Dormer save read. Yeah, it does. Yeah. You're right, Sanswall. Thank you for the reminder. Ooh, Pelts. That's a good one. Not so good for a 2-room house, but good card. Answered as I hit enter. Isn't that always how it goes? Yeah, so I could take clay, build a room, family growth. That'll let me play honeymoon. Yeah, okay, we can do that. So there's my carrot harvester. Fofo, I thought for sure you would build two clay. Yep. Me too, but I can do it next round. I think getting that Plauso action was worth something. And getting the fireplace was worth something as well. Man, this family physician has been awful. Awful. So bad. Fofo's got turnip field. Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh, he still needs a lot more plow and a lot more wood. Yeah, oh, he's only getting one thing off, so that's not that great. Only getting to sow one field. Actually, I'm surprised he did that before taking grain. Did he think Death 21 was going to reno as well? Maybe. Yeah. I guess Death 21 wants to reno clay oven, right? Death 21 playing turn rest plow. Yeah, look, I could have gotten a grain if my family growth action was one later. Yeah, Meticulous Man is underperformed. Wholesale Agent is Wholesale Agent's been fine. Family Physician, Meticulous Men and Family Physician have pretty underperformed pretty pretty badly. So I think that's probably what's going to do it if I don't end up winning. That'll be the difference. Turn rest plow and threshing machine plow. That's kind of funny. Also not the way I would normally want to do 6 fences. Fofo gets there. Renovation's done. Makes a ton of sense. We're going to grab clay. If I grab clay, TetStyle has to take clay after me and also to be start player to grow ahead of Death 21 and I. Or to reno ahead of Death 21 and I should say. Family physician is not good. I don't know. Like, getting food on actions is nice. What else can it do? TetStyle doesn't want to take clay and reno, do they? I don't need to take 3 clay here, do I? I have to take 3. If I don't get onto reno, I'm gonna be pretty annoyed. But there's also reno fence. That's important. I think though Death 21 should be fencing this round. Yes. I hope they do. Yeah, even if it could just give 1 grain, 1 vegetable, that would be really good. 1 grain, 1 vegetable, a couple food, and I'd be happy. But it's not given any crops yet, which is a problem. Because it's only good. You're right, it's only good if it gives you crops. So like I could take grain here, and it would be a 2 grain action. So I have a free move here, basically. I'm going to need to feed 9. That's a lot. Feeding 9 is a lot. How do I do that? Eating vegetables, right? So if I want to eat vegetables, I should get a cooking hearth. Now, the cooking hearth is only actually upgrading my vegetable conversion by 2 food. I could also just take a sheep here, and it triggers my meticulous man, and it triggers my family physician. Alright, that's what we'll do. FF. F. Oh man. Well, I think whether I do well or not in this game is going to depend on if I get on Reno Fence. I think if Death 21 Renos or fences this round, then I'm okay. And if Death 21 does not fence this round, then I'm in trouble. Because if I'm competing with Death 21 for Reno Fence, they obviously have seating priority over me. That's a problem. That's a problem. Playing Grain Seller here. Uh-oh. So yeah, they might sow with their last action and then fence next round. Ruh-roh. Oh, you know what? They could sow next round though. They might still fence. They want, you know what? They might fence because they want to actually make breeding pairs that breed this round. Come on. Please fence this round. Please, 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 please. It's going to be a big difference in my final score. Yeah, did I see Church Warden? I don't think I did, right? Let's build a room. Clay room, and I won't give up on Animal Welfarist. I'm still hoping that I can hit it. But I do get a food from Physician. Come on. Fence, 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 fence. Whoops. Show me fence. Show me fence. Show me fence. Show me fence. No! Well, that happens. Unfortunately, they were sitting after TetStyle, which I was not. Did Fofo start player like once this game? Maybe twice? I guess, you know, with his cards, he doesn't care about renovating. And the problem is now, if I don't, like, Fofo will first action fence. And Death 21 might first action Reno fence. And then, so TetStyle will plow, so yeah, pretty sure Death 21 will Reno fence. Yeah. Oh, this is unfortunate. Fortunately, the joinery is still available, so I can build the joinery, but yeah, this is very unfortunate. So we will not play Honeymoon here because I want to hit the Church Warden bonus. So I harvest all. Hit a point on my carrot harvester. Let's give them the opportunity to block me. I'll say, hey, Animal Welfarist, you don't want to block that, do you? And then I eat 7 food and a vegetable. Is this Reno fence? Show me anything but Reno fence. Anything. I know he's gonna Reno fence. There's no way. It would be a big blunder if he did not. Oh well, c'est la vie. Yeah, this is part of the problem of Animal Welfarist. It depends on your opponents giving you the actions you want at key times. But hey, that happens. They could also kind of screw fofo over. Okay, so here's actually a galaxy brain idea. If you're Death 21, you fence normally. That forces fofo to stable. And because fofo has mare candidate, which forces me to reno fence, which means TetStyle has 4 useless wood, which maybe he uses for joinery. And then you get reno clay oven. Hey, that seems like a good sequence. Is it better than reno fence into major minor clay oven? Major minor clay oven can get blocked by TetStyle's joinery. Oh my goodness, it's actually the correct play for Death 21 to fence normally. Oh man. That's too bad. Don't want clay oven? Anyways, doesn't really matter. So yeah, fofo should reno now or fence now, and but that means I get plow, which plow is something. Also, TetStyle family growth instead of taking plow sow. Reno is guaranteed if you first move fence. Oh well, c'est la vie. So I get wood food. I sow a vegetable. I sow a food, sure. And I get a food from family physician. Yep, so unfortunately I get locked out of fencing, which is too bad. But that's the way the game goes sometimes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure TetStyle builds the joinery here, but yeah, Reno Major is guaranteed for them if they first move fence, but hey, that happens. So I'll build 4 stables and I'll Reno Major and Reno Major upgrade to a cooking hearth. I'm still going to have a reasonably scoring farm. It sucks that I'm missing out on these many points, but I'm still going to have a okay farm. Start player Madonna statue, yeah. I mean, taking 2 cattle I'm pretty sure is better than playing Madonna statue there. But maybe not. Because like now you're passing fofo 2 cattle, which I think you should not want to do. Well, I think I stable in the hopes that 2 boar will come back, even though I know there's no way 2 boar comes back because fofo will take 2 boar. So stables here is really not good. How am I going to feed? I'm going to eat stuff. I guess I could take like 5 food fishing. I have a couple spare actions. Yeah, just stables is fine. Obviously leaving myself room to plow again. Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing the totally correct analysis on Death 21's moves there. It might be that this sequence was better, but I have a suspicion, at least with my personal stakes involved, I think it's better for him to have first move Renault Major, because then he could build the clay oven, which he can't do otherwise. And he's going to run out of point moves, but like that boar action is worth like hardly anything. That's worth 1 point. Clay oven would have been way better. Or sorry, he should have first action fenced, and then he guarantees himself the clay oven. And then he can still. And the thing is, since I'm forced to Renault Major, he can still second action start player. So yeah, he gets more. He definitely gets more points if he does first action fence, and then fofo probably it would have been forced to stable, because if anyone stable blocked him, his mayor candidate. Like then if because if fofo doesn't stable, his mayor candidate means TetStyle can probably block him for the win. And I don't know if maybe TetStyle's winning anyways, but that's the way I look at that. So I know I'm going to Renault upgrade. What else am I going to do? I should get a grain somehow. So if I go on a space with 2 adjacent people, then I can take grain. I could have maybe tried to build another room there. Maybe I should have Renaulted and then tried for a clay room. Like I could have taken 5 stone for a grain as well. And then maybe built another room or something like that. Anyways, there's not too much more that I want to do here, so. Bunch of possibilities for that last round for everyone. Yeah. Oh, Fofo's got Midnight Fencer. Nice. That's good for them. So, yeah. I think I could have first action Renault Joinery. Yeah, I could have. That's true. But the Joinery just blocks TetStyle, and I think I'm more concerned about fofo. I don't think I can interact with TetStyle as much. I'm gonna Renault. What else am I gonna do? Upgrading. You know what? Upgrading. I can take clay and then I gain 1 point. No, because then I don't get grain anymore. I want to get grain. Take grain and a vegetable on either spot. Yeah. Yeah, because eating a vegetable is not eating any points now because I get a vegetable back from Cherry Orchard. Whoops. and then 8 food and a vegetable to feed, or 7 food. And then I can play art director just for completeness sake. And I get a point from carrot harvester. So I score whatever I score plus 8, which is respectable, but not going to be enough. 40. Oh, that's pretty bad, actually. I guess that's what happens when you don't fence. Yeah, I think it's actually possible, definitely possible I get the win there if the last round goes my way. Like, if I hit Animal Ball first and fence, I think I can win. Oh, you're right, plus G. Oh, you're right. So I do have to go on the grain space over here and get 2 grain. Yeah, it doesn't matter at the end. You're right. Whoops. Sorry. GG. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Death21 wants the clay oven there. Or, no, sorry, then Fofo is forced to stable, or else his mayor candidate loses him to TetStyle stable blocking. That day with all that wood and no... Well, I mean, I had the opportunity for sure, but I prioritized other things. Like, I prioritized plow, so... Yeah, my point being, I think it's a very plus EV, and by EV I mean expected value play, to get yourself 1 extra point and hurt the leader, and it doesn't affect his actions. So I have no idea if Death21 is still here or not, but obviously it's good. It would have been way better for me. Yeah. Maybe it's a winning move for, yeah. Because the thing is, I trigger Drawing Genius on Reno Fence, so I do my Cooking Hearth upgrade. Then my second action can be taking Boar or Cattle. But then I don't hit. Yeah, I don't hit Plow Sow, which is good for my Harvester. Yeah, I think this is a game where if Fofo had not taken one read every round, I would have been in a much better position. Much better position. Yeah, I don't think Death 21's still here, so there's not really any point in talking, but I don't know. I think it's worth like pointing out because it actually did obviously make a big deal. It's a difference probably on me between me being second and fourth. What Death 21 does there. And maybe Death 21 ends up in third no matter what. But I think it's hard to argue that the correct play is to go after the leader. It's hard to say that that's not the right play. He could even fence instead of Sow Bake, honestly. He could have fenced instead of Sow Baked round 13. And then I think things go very similarly. And then he could convert and breed in the last harvest as well. And then you don't need to take animals here. Oh well. Yeah, I think I got a little unlucky because I do think that was some suboptimal play. Having said that, I certainly didn't play perfectly. I played risky, and it almost paid off. Honestly, it almost paid off. If I hit, like if Death 21 fences round 13, and Fofo first action fences, I first action Reno fence, and if Stable comes back, I have a very good chance to win. I think. Because getting the Stable back hit triggers my Animal Welfarist. That's like 4 points. More than 4 points because I cover another 2 spaces. I get another 3 points for my fencing. It's like a 9-point swing for me to get fencing done and trigger my Animal Welfarist. That's a big difference. It's a really big difference. So, but I mean, maybe TetStyle would have seen that and blocked my stables. But then Death 21 is getting like Family Growth or getting Plow Sow back, both of which he'd be pretty happy taking. So I don't know. That's the way I would have done it, but that's fine. All right, guys, that's going to be all for me. Thank you very much for watching. Actually, I could play another one. Although I don't really want to play Val because she's got this weird collection that she made with a bunch of random cards. You know what? I'll stream another. Let's do it. I'm going to take the stream down momentarily just to make cutting the VOD easier. So if you're watching this on YouTube, give me a follow on Twitch, and then you, like Sanswall, can comment while I'm playing, and mine and Papin and Rilo Kren and all the people who commented on this game, the expense. So yeah, you can follow me on Twitch so that you can get notifications when I'm live, and then you can come and chat. And yeah, if you have an Amazon Prime account and you don't really use Twitch, you can subscribe to me for free. You get 1 free subscription per month with Twitch. It's called Twitch Prime. It's just from Amazon Prime. So then I can get money and you can get emotes, and that would be cool. Yeah, if you're watching this, refresh the stream in like a minute and I'll be live again. All right.